Hello there. I'm Cindy Palm, lay servant here at First United Methodist Church in downtown Elgin, Illinois, and this is your motivational moment from the Bible. Although today I'd say it's your motivational moment from the movie theater. Now, whether you're the kind of person that sees movies in the theater or not, I'm wondering if you've noticed a very strange phenomenon that's happening this summer at your local movie theater. And what is that phenomenon? It's people returning to the theater in huge droves. And I have to say, I'm really fascinated by it. Not fascinated so much by the fact that they are coming back to the movie theater, but I'm fascinated by why they are returning to the movie theater, by what's bringing them back. Right now, there are two films that ironically opened on the same day that are complete polar opposites, and yet both are raking in serious cash at the box office. Both are bringing people back to the theater. The first one is called Oppenheimer. It's the story of physicist J. Robert Oppenheimer's top secret work on the Manhattan Project, which led to the creation of the atomic bomb. Now, this movie is making a ton of money, but when you look at the box office numbers, it's only coming in at number 2. What's kicking Mr. Oppenheimer in the pants? Why, it's this little girl right here. And she's not beating him by just a small margin. Oh no, she's doubling his box office ticket sales. Barbie is making a killing, and it seems the world just can't get enough of her. Barbie, can you believe it? Never in a million years would I have seen that coming. And now she's everywhere, making the world very pink. This film has been in the works for several years, and I remember when I first heard about it, I thought, a Barbie movie? Oh, there is no way that's going to be any good. But here we are. And people are not only lining up to see it, they're dressing up to see it as well. And not just kids, but people of all ages. And men, grown men, wearing pink shirts to the theater. The phenomenon of these two movies even has its own catchphrase, Barbenheimer. Barbenheimer means that you plan on doing a double feature, and social media is full of hilarious videos of people switching from their Oppenheimer attire to their Barbie gear as they race across the lobby from one theater to the next. It's crazy times we're living in, folks, and I'm here for it. We haven't had this much excitement at a movie theater since Iceberg, right ahead. But I found myself really pondering this because I think it says a lot about where we are as a society, and it isn't where I thought we were. Here we have two movies, one about death and destruction, about our country's decision to make the first weapon of mass destruction that we eventually used on July 16th, 1945, on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Japan. It was intended as a way to end World War II, at least in the Pacific Theater, killing thousands and forever changing the course of history. It's a dark story, to be sure, and an uncomfortable story, as it recounts a time in our history that maybe we aren't exactly proud of. Maybe, like the current time we are living in, that history will one day also see as a dark time. It's a movie about the hidden darkness of hate, before we even called it hate, wrapped around the justification that leads us to destroy others in order to save ourselves. Now, I'm not surprised that this movie is popular. We humans seem drawn to the dark side in a slowing down at the scene of an accident kind of way. I think it's curiosity that moves us to want to put our big toe in the sea of disaster and the river of darkness, that pushes us to want to experience it without actually living it. I think this is the reason why most of the time movies that depict horrific events don't come out until the generation that remembers it is gone. Titanic was one of the biggest grossing films in movie history because we all secretly wanted to know what it was really like when that ship went down. The morbid side of our human nature wanted to see what 1,500 people freezing in the North Atlantic Ocean actually looked like, because we knew we were safe in our dream lounger seats watching on the ultra screen in the 78-degree Elgin Fox Theater. No, I'm not surprised at all that Oppenheimer is making a lot of money, but what does surprise me is the huge global success of Barbie. And I think the reason I'm so surprised is that I didn't realize the world was so hungry for joy and maybe a little bit of sparkle. I didn't realize that maybe we've all seen enough darkness and that maybe we all just need a little pink. I think that's the secret of her success. Whether you liked the movie or not, whether you plan on seeing the movie or not, there's no denying that she has sparked a light that has been extinguished for a very long time. Barbie is giving us a chance, giving us permission to reach out for a little bit of sunshine. I think the movie is so popular because Barbie represents hope, that maybe the world isn't so gloomy after all. Barbie gives us a chance to turn away from the news, the hate, the anger, and the mere exhaustion of living in today's world, and invites us into her world, a pink and happy place that feels safe and welcoming, where we can just be. I'm telling you, the success of this movie has given me more hope than I've had in a long time. Not because of the movie itself, but because of how the world is responding to it. And I mean the whole world. I think it's a clear sign that we are tired of fighting, that we are tired of hating, that we are tired of feeling like we have to push and shove our way through life. I think we are tired of being sad. Maybe it's a sign that people are ready for the peaceful life that can be found in Christ. It's called a Barbie dream house because Barbie can live her best life in that house. She tells her friends that this is the best day of the best week of the best month of the best year ever. And as children of God, we can say the same thing, confidently and with joy. We get to live our best life every day because of the grace of a God who loves us just as we are, who reaches out to us all the time, even when we aren't reaching back. Christ paves a way when we see no way. He opens doors where we only see a wall. He shines a light even in the darkest night. Maybe you've been a follower of Christ for a long time and feel like you've swerved off the road a bit. It happens. Maybe you aren't sure what you believe and are unsure of what to do next. Maybe you're just tired and you need to rest. Wherever you are in your spiritual journey, I'm here to tell you that the presence of God is a happy place that feels safe and welcoming, where we can just be. You know, I think it just occurred to me why I'm so intrigued by this movie duo, why I think Oppenheimer and Barbie make such strange bedfellows. It's because it reminds me of a wonderful passage in the Bible, Psalm 30, verse 5. Weeping may tarry for the night, but joy comes in the morning. I'm Cindy Palm, and this is your motivational moment from the Bible. Before you leave, take a look at the video down there. I think you'll like it. Have a good week.